Alright guys, I know I did 1 to 4 right here. This is standard deviation, normal curve. Remember, the normal curve is where the majority of information will stay at any one given time. When you're talking about data from like test scores or test scores of any sort, like exams that you take in school, or data for like medical examinations, those are all important test scores. That's what a normal is, and anything outside of the normal or the mean, with the center of that curve is in grades of standard deviation. It's a standard deviation from the mean. So now, generally, an anomaly would be like, say, in a medical test that you take, if you like more than 3 standard deviations off, then people start looking at it saying, "Oh, wait a second, this is not normal," and it might put you into different characteristics of, say, other type of diseases. I'm just trying to give you that example as an I'm just trying to give you that as an example. So, so I know I did 1 through 4 before. Now let's look at 5, 6, and 7, right? Then I'll see if there's any questions I can answer, but I know I did give you other questions on this. Keep in mind that within the 1 standard deviation, you have 66% of almost all scores. Within 2 standard deviations, is 95%. Within 3 standard deviations, 99.3%. That's 3 standard deviations. Those are deviations from the norm, the middle value. Right? So let's look at question 5. On a standardized test, a score of 86 falls exactly 1.5 standard deviations below the mean. So maybe a little bit back up. Let me see if I can lower this, guys. Okay. So now, let's look at this now. So it says on a standardized test. Sorry, guys. The standardized test, a score of 86 falls exactly 1.5 standard deviations below the mean, right? So I'm going to draw my little normal curve right here. Right? So we have a score of 86, right? It's 1.5, so we're essentially between, this is the mean right here. This is where the mean, the middle value. So 86 would score 1.5 below the mean, so right here. This is 1 standard deviation, that's represented by sigma. 1 standard deviation. This is plus, and this is minus the mean, right? I think mu represents the mean, right? This mu. Mu. That represents the mean, right? So between 1 and 1.5, and 1.5, then this is 2 standard deviations below the mean, right? 2 sigma. Right? So if we look at it, it's in between these two areas, and you say a score of 86 falls right here. 86. If the standard deviation for the test is 2, is 2, what is the mean score for this test? So we're going 2 standard deviations below, right? So 2 standard deviations below this is going to give us 2 standard deviations below this is going to give us what value? What is the mean score for this? So we want to find out the mean score for the test, the examination, right? So looking at that for question 5. So we can definitely say that if it's 2 standard deviations, then 1.5 standard deviation equals 3 points, so 3 points below it, right? Since 86 is below the mean, add 3 to 86. Alright, so it's 1.5 standard deviation off of it. So we're going to add 1.5 to it. We're going to add, wait, 86, it's 86 is 1.5 below it, right? So we're going to add, what is it, essentially 3, and we'll get 89. Like that, alright? Is that clear? Make sure it's clear. If there's any question on question 5, please ask me. Or you can ask me, leave a comment in the comment section. I'll get back to it. Let's look at question 6. On a standard examination, Laura received a score of 85, which is exactly 2 standard deviations above the mean. So 85 is 2 standard deviations above the mean. So if the standard deviation for the examination is 4, meaning you have 4, right? What is the mean for this examination? So 85 is 2 standard above, all right? So we would essentially just subtract 8 from this, right? So you get what I'm saying? Because if the standard deviation is only 4, right? She's 2 standard deviations below this, right? So it's going to be 85 minus, sorry, 85 minus 8. 85 minus 8. Or 15 minus 8, which is 77. 77. Any questions yet? I mean, whoever is here. Then it's question 7, right? This one's 7. It says in the accompanying diagram, the shaded area represents approximately 95% of the scores on the standardized test. Right? If these scores range from 78 to 92, which could be the standard deviation? So 95% goes within 2 standard deviations on this one, right? So 1 standard deviation, well, it's from 78. It's from 78. Okay, so yeah, 95% is 2 standard deviations. So 78 plus 7 gives you, what is that, 85? 85 is here, right? So plus 7. So this went 2 standard deviations below, and it's 92 and 78, right? Because 85 minus 7 gives you 78. 85 plus 7 gives you 92, right? That's 2 standard deviations. So 1 standard deviation is just going to be, what's 3.5. So that's what they're asking. If there's 2, okay, so it's 3.5. Is there any question on this, guys, right? I only have this first set in front of you guys. 6, 7, 8. But the rest of the questions are pretty straightforward like this. I'm going to spend another day on this, probably on Tuesday. So I want to know if anybody has any questions on this so far. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have on this so far. I want to give you guys really, because this topic is a little bit more difficult, I do want to give you guys a chance to work it on your own first. Go through the videos and study that comment if you haven't already. Go through some of the YouTube videos. I want to give you guys the best opportunity you can. So I'm just going to do these 3 questions. I'll do the other questions I think I gave from the back of the sheet next Tuesday. Because if no one has any questions, no one comes online, then I will see you guys next week. Alright? Leave a comment in the comment section. See you here, guys.